Greetings, fellow earthlings, and welcome to the series you have all been waiting for. AI only Total War, but on the vanilla Total War map. All of these different factions here, which one is going to win? I think this is going to be a very interesting series. Write your vote down below. There's nothing to win in this one, but still I'm curious to see what people vote for. And yeah, I think this is going to be a good one, or at least I hope it will be. And yeah, we're gonna go, the current plan is to go 300 turns into it. I might go a bit further, I don't know, it all depends on views. If the views go down, then, you know, there's no real point in continuing, but if it's still going strong, then that shows to me that people are still interested, and I'll continue. So yeah, it all depends on that. And yeah, I'm so excited to start. All these AI factions on very hard difficulty. Which one is going to come out on top at the end? There's going to be about 8 episodes, I think, in total. Possibly more, of course, if more people are interested. And a time-lapse at the end. And possibly a highlights section as well, I'm still unsure. Either way, hope you enjoy the series. And yeah, let's begin. I'm going to start off by saying my guess. And I think the Danish do well, so I'm going to vote for Denmark, but my second guess is actually going to be Portugal. Yeah, my second guess is actually going to be Portugal. I don't know why, I've just got a feeling about Portugal in this one. So yeah, Denmark and Portugal are my guesses. You're only allowed one guess, of course, because unlike me, you're not a god, so you're limited to only one guess. And yeah, let's start. Oh, immediately the French put Dijon under siege and the Portuguese put Zaragoza under siege, but they both lost their battles. I haven't kept track of all the factions yet, I don't think. Of course, I'm going to miss some things, but yeah, the fact that they've lost 2 battles this early on to rebels, that usually really sets back the AI. Sometimes they don't even do anything after that. Once they lose one battle to the rebels, they're done for the rest of the campaign. It has happened before, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these factions play out now. No one's taken a settlement yet, which is quite surprising. I know it's only like, well, technically 2 turns in, but yeah, come on AI. Usually they've taken 1 by now. And there we have it, the Hungarians taking Bucharest, the first rebel settlement to fall, which will be next. Oh, we got some. Oh, that's just relations, never mind. Let's be honest, does anyone have good relations with the Papal States? Ah, good, we got a bit more expansion going on here. The English have taken York, the Venetians taking, I think, Zagreb, and the Egyptians moved up to take Jerusalem. It's going to be interesting to see how Holy Wars are going to work in this AI-only series, and where the crusading armies are going to go. The Papal States, very poor relations. I'm playing as the Aztecs! How do I possibly have very poor relations with the Papal States? How is it getting worse? I'm playing as the Aztecs! Either way, Russia has now taken Moscow. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to do with all this land. And also it's going to be interesting to see where the Mongols spawn, because the Mongols could spawn up here and completely ruin the Russian day. However, if they spawn down here, then the Russians could do quite well, and of course Timurids, I think, have to spawn down here. I think Mongols have an option, but yeah, it's going to be, yeah, where they spawn is going to really influence this campaign. But either way, the Mongols always seem in Europe anyway. Even if they spawn down here, they're going to end up in Europe at some point. It just always happens. Usually they end up in Kiev. Denmark have expanded further south to take Hamburg, and it seems like the Polish as well are expanding. Yeah, with this Russian territory here, who's going to take it? Because I often actually see the Polish move up here, knock out Novgorod, and end up taking most of this. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if yeah, if the Polish are going to take this Russian territory. Either way, someone's going to own all of Russia. Someone's going to become a modern Russian faction sort of thing with borders. It's not going to be separate. It's going to be under one power. It's either going to be Russia, the Polish, or the Mongols. Possibly Hungary, but I rarely see it Hungary. It's going to be one of them by the end of the campaign. The Middle Eastern factions are starting to expand a bit more now. Egypt taking Accra, the Turks about to take Adana, and they've taken Trebizond as well. But Byzantium, they're looking interested in getting involved down here. It will be interesting to see an early war between these two. Any wars yet? I don't think so. I didn't see any. No, no wars yet. No alliances as well. Also, this is just a very quick reminder that tomorrow I'm actually starting a new podcast series. There's going to be 2 Total War podcasts. Can I say that right? Podcasts. There we go. Near enough. 2 every month. And yeah, first one starting tomorrow, a new series starting on Saturday, and a new series starting on Sunday as well, I believe. So yeah, a lot coming this week. Just a quick reminder if you are, of course, interested. Either way, it looks like yeah, it could be a bit of a conflict of interests here. Looks like the Venetians were wanting to take Sofia, but the Hungarians got there first. But do they have the army to take it? They are outnumbered. But the rebels are weak, they've been attacked before. It'll be interesting to see how things unfold. The Venetians just sat here waiting for the Hungarians to fail. It's going to actually starve out next turn, so yeah, and looks like Byzantium might be getting a little bit interested in Sofia as well. It's quite an important castle down here. It like really protects your southern flank from Byzantium or the Turks if they ever get here. Speaking of these, yeah, it looks like Byzantium is looking to take Trebizond. Maybe this could be the first war. Are we going to see the first war here? Oh well, quite a lot has happened that turn. First of all, I'll get to the important bit later. Hungary lost, I'm guessing Venice is going to step in and take Sofia instead. Yeah, we'll just sat there waiting for it. These 2 armies, they're very close. I think there's going to be a war declared between Byzantium and the Turks, and I think Byzantium will take the settlement, but you know, usually from what I see from these, the Turks win overall, so yeah. An alliance has been announced between Sicily and Venice, these 2 Italian factions here wanting to protect themselves. Sicily, they're a weird one. It's like, where have they done a go? I think they're interested in going for Africa by the looks of this. Going to take Tunis, and seems like Venice is interested to take some Greek territory from Byzantium. So yeah, they're wanting to have an alliance to make sure their coasts are safe, because Sicily could land here and take them. Venice likewise could land here and take Naples. But here we get to the important thing: the crusade, the first crusade, and it's for Cairo. It's always for Cairo. Almost always, I think. So yeah, a lot of factions now are going to declare war on the Egyptians. Then it'll be interesting to see, of course, yeah, like, if any faction makes it down here and starts a African colony, perhaps. We sometimes see it in the time lapses. Like they don't just take Cairo and then leave, they actually take all of Egypt and use Egypt as a colony, which helps them back at home in Europe. It's always interesting to see stuff like that and see how the Middle East reacts to it, and if there's going to be any rebellions or anything. Yeah, this is getting interesting already. 13 turns in and there's already a crusade called. No one joins the crusade yet, but the Sicilians, they're really wanting to make sure their back is safe. They're now signing an alliance with Milan. So it's the Italian peninsula right now is very friendly. Yeah, it's a very friendly place. I can't imagine any war starting here soon because of all these alliances. Oh, imagine if Italy united, but as an alliance system. A bit like Rome Total War, you've got the Julii, the Brutii, and then you've got the Scipii. that will be a very interesting thing to see. Of course, Milan expanded into Gaul. We'll have the Brutii up here expanding into Greece and Macedon, and we'll have the Scipii here take out Carthage, which yeah, that's what they're doing in a way. There. And we'll of course have a Senate here just being annoying as always. Did he just blow me a kiss? Oh, that was nice if he did though. And here we go, war just breaks out across Europe. Byzantium and Venice are at war, and Venice and the Holy Roman Empire. So Venice had a struggle a bit, I think. They managed to take Sofia, but Byzantium immediately put it under siege. It seems like the Polish here are moving down to take Ayaziv, which will cut the Hungarians off, and yeah, they won't actually be able to expand anywhere in terms of rebel bases. They'll have to actually attack a faction. And we can't make it to Prague because of these mountains here. We'll have to pass Vienna first, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. But either way, yeah, where did Venice's army go? They had a big army here. Maybe they're pulling back. Yeah, you didn't want to get him back on the front. And of course, the actual city of Venice itself is at risk right now. This army here in Bologna, or Bologna, yeah, they're done be interested in Venice. Oops. Okay, did not mean to click end turn there, but whatever. Either way, Sicily took Tunis here, starting their African colony. And yeah, I'm not gonna call it empires, I'm gonna call it colonization because, you know, it's more fun that way. Over it is starting at 1110 AD. So it's not really. I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna go with that. Ah, here's the Venetian army, and quite a big one as well. No general, but we should have enough soldiers, I think, to destroy that army and take Dorito there. When you invite all your friends to a party, and not one of them shows up. And that's what's happening to the Pope right now with his crusade. On turn 13 he started a crusade for Cairo. No one's going for it. No one's joined. He's like, as I said, he's like the kid at the party who invites all his friends and not one shows up. No one has declared war on Egypt. No one's interested in this crusade. Oh, I feel sorry for the Pope now. They share a common enemy in Venice. Byzantium and the Holy Roman Empire have teamed up to go to war with them. It's more just, you know, because they share a common enemy. I doubt anything big is going to last out of this. Once Venice is destroyed, I bet the alliance will break instantly. They're not the two types of factions that I think are going to be best friends throughout the entire campaign. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. France, what are you doing? You're not even moving. You tried to take Dijon and you failed, and you've got an army here, but looks like the Spanish beat you to Bordeaux. Looks like you might have already tried but failed. You let the English take Rennes here. What are you doing? It looks like you're going to let the HRE move this way on you as well, and maybe even Milan take some of these settlements as well. France, you need to expand and take some rebel settlements. Even Denmark is going to start taking the Netherlands or something at this rate, I think. They've got the troops, but they're not fighting. Come on, France, I know you can do it. Why do you always disappoint me in these? Why are France always terrible at total war? They always make the stupidest mistakes. Why? Well, that's a lot of diplomacy. So, first of all, Venice actually surrendered to the HRE and became a vassal of them. And, yeah, they had to sign a peace with Byzantium because of that. Yeah. That's not what I expected at all, but whatever. Where is the HRE? Oh no, Venice owns the HRE? They vassalize. What? Wow, the HRE must have got really scared. They probably thought they were going to lose Vienna because Venice have an army here. Wow, they actually just vassalize themselves like that. Did not expect that at all. That was weird. That was really weird. Might have to sign in an alliance with Byzantium as well. Huh. Well, we know who is not going to win this series, and that's the HRE. Denmark, of course, cutting them off at the north as well, trying to keep the HRE landlocked by the looks of things. Although they're not, they've got Bologna here, but, you know, landlocked in Germany, the main part of their empire. By the way, for those who do not know, once we reach the turn limit, which is currently going to be turn 300, however might be turn 400, the winner is decided by who owns the most amount of territory. However, if you have a vassal, then all that vassal's territory is added onto your score. So, just a very quick example, Denmark have 2 settlements, so their score is 2. Venice have 4 settlements, but their score's not 4, because they own the HRE. So the HRE have 3, 6, 7. So Venice actually have 11 settlements onto their score right now. So I think they're leading right now, if it was to end this turn, but of course 300 turns in. Yeah, of course the vassal will break eventually in like 2 turns, so that's what usually happens, but yeah, it's always, I like to add it in there because it always leaves it a bit undecided. If one faction has 40 settlements at the end, another has 30, but they vassalise someone with 12 at the end, then it could just flip it all on its head, and it allows for a big twist at the end that could potentially happen. And yeah, I liked that in my Teutonic campaign. Like, I know, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It allows for a very big twist that I like, and yeah, that's why I do it. So owning vassals is actually something of value in this series. Oh, this diplomacy is crazy. So first of all, Byzantium had to break their alliance with the HRE to go to war with Venice, and then loads of alliances broke out between. Well, Milan basically signed an alliance with everyone. So they signed an alliance with Venice, which, you know, strengthens the Italian triangle of alliances. No, the Italian triangle of friendship. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Milan, Venice, and Sicily in the Italian triangle of friendship. Yeah, that's a nice name. And of course, Milan signed an alliance with the English as well, possibly to share a common enemy with France and crush them like that. And for some weird reason, Poland. Yeah, I don't really understand the Poland one, but England does kind of make sense if they're wanting to go for the French, because the English are going to go for the French as well eventually. It's what we do. The Milanese are so nice. They've signed an alliance with the Hungarians now. Is that the goal? Just sign an alliance with everyone and then just do nothing for the entire game? Yeah, they've got an alliance now with Hungary, Poland, England, Venice and Sicily. He's had to go into the second layer because of all the alliances. The Byzantium to Venice war is quite even right now. Venice took this part of Greece here, and Sofia fell to Byzantium, but it looks like Venice do have an army to try and retake it. And the Hungarians have a few troops around as well, so I think they're wanting to get involved in this war. But are they getting involved with Venice to take Sofia? Or are they getting involved with Byzantium, or on their side I mean, to take Zagreb and possibly Ragusa? If I was Hungary right now, which I am kind of hungry right now, but if I was Hungary the faction, I would go to war with Venice and try and get to the coast over here. And then possibly go to war with Byzantium, because Byzantium are weak. Once the Turks start going for them, Byzantium is just going to crumble. So that's what I would do. Oh, finally someone joined the crusade. The Hungarians have declared war on the Egyptians, finally going on the crusade for Cairo. Oh god, the Pope's so happy now that someone showed up to his party. And of course, Milan have signed an alliance with Denmark. Yeah, sadly for Milan, there is not a diplomacy victory. It's all military victory. You know what, I'm going to add a diplomacy victory. If a faction has 10 allies at the end, they win. There we go. Of course no faction is going to have 10 allies at the end. There's not even going to be 10 factions left at the end. But to give Milan a little bit of hope, there's going to be a diplomacy victory added into this game. Come on Milan, you can win this diplomacy victory, I believe in you. And the Hungarians joined the Venetians, going to war with Byzantium, and Milan, they want this diplomacy victory now, I've said it. They've signed an alliance with the Papal States, who took Florence, by the way. Yeah, they're expanding a bit into Italy. Come on Milan, they're going for it. They've got 9 allies right now. If Milan get 3 more allies and they keep them to the end of the game, they will win my new diplomacy victory mechanic. Which will be hilarious. Imagine that. Either of course, here is the Hungarian crusading army going down to Cairo. They've got another army here sieging Sofia. Yeah, this is the end of Byzantium. The problem is they brought their massive army all the way over here, but they're not doing anything with it. They're just staring at this Turkish guy's butt. Yeah, that's what they did. They came all the way down here for that, and that's it. But yeah, they're completely broken here. They're going to lose Sofia to the Hungarians, they're going to lose Thessalonica, and possibly the rest of Greece to Venice as well. Their army here is stuck in the mountains. Bye bye Byzantium. And of course, the French, they're not doing that well right now. Oh, they managed to take Dijon. I didn't notice that. Okay, so they are actually playing the game, which is good to see, but they're not doing much more. And of course, the Portuguese stole Bordeaux from them. France is going to get to a point soon where they're not going to be able to expand and take rebel settlements because everyone else is going to do it, and instead they're going to have to attack factions just to be able to get an economy going, which is not somewhere where an AI faction wants to be in. Some factions that haven't really done anything yet. Of course, we've got Spain, the Moors, and the Scottish here. They haven't done anything at all. The Scottish might be interested in taking York, but I think they could do it, but the English army will come up and, yeah, retake it, I think. They haven't even taken Inverness. They tried, but they failed. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's... as I said earlier, you know, when an AI fails at taking their first rebel settlement, it really sets them back and they don't move for quite a while. And that's what happened here to France. Looks like it's happened to Scotland as well. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the first part of the series. If you have, then please, of course, subscribe for the rest of the to get notified of the rest of the episodes, and share the series as well. In like, you know, if you know anyone who would be interested, then just please share it. It does help me out, and yeah, brings more people into the series who want to be here from episode 1. Episode 2 should be in about 5 days. A few new series is starting this week as well, which I'm very excited for. But either way, hope you've enjoyed this series. Well, hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the series so far. It's definitely been a good first episode, I think, and hopefully the reviews are good as well. Goodbye. A cardinal, a princess, and a merchant walk into a bar. Write the rest of the joke down in the comment section. Hey, don't hide your face in shame. So surely someone put a good joke.